welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to give you my top tips for going on a healthy food shop. Right, so it's another miserable day in Scarborough in June. It's absolutely chucking it down, but I need to go food shopping. So I'm going to, as I do my shopping, I'm going to give you my top tips for healthy food shopping, because I know it can be a little bit of a minefield. I know it happens to me quite a lot. You go in with all the best intentions, you come out basically purchasing the whole shop. So food environment is so important in terms of leading a healthy lifestyle and getting you towards your health and fitness goals. So making sure that your kitchen and food environment is the best it can be to keep you on track, I guess, is so key. It's so important. And that starts with shopping. My number one tip is don't go when you're hungry. I do know that when I go to the supermarket hungry, I just want to buy everything. So everything and anything. Number one tip is don't go hungry. Right, I'll see you there. I don't know if I'm going to number these tips, but my second one is to go with a list. So plan what meals that you're going to have for the week, write down everything that you need, and then write a list. Don't go into the supermarket haphazardly. Make sure you know exactly what you need to get and try and aim to come out with just the things on your list. Here's mine today. So I know exactly what I need to get, so I can go in, get everything, get out again. So yeah, plan your meals and make a list of everything that you need. Tip number 3 is to stick to the perimeters of the supermarket. So that is where you're going to find all your fresh produce, like your fruit and vegetables, your meats. There will be things that you do need to go into the centre aisles for, but the main stuff that you want to be looking at is around the perimeter. It's not the biggest carrot you have ever seen. It's massive. Ready chopped vegetables. So if you're somebody who struggles for time on an evening, so that you don't have time to chop and make dinners, ready chopped vegetables are just an easy way of saving yourself even just a couple of minutes. So yeah, most supermarkets do them now. A lot of them now do these spiralised carrots, spiralised butternut squash. We've got cauliflower rice. Whenever I do go into the centre aisles of the supermarket, is to pick up things like beans and store cupboard ingredients, your grains, your rice, pasta, etc. So that's another top tip as well. So always have things in the store cupboards, in jars, in tins and stuff. So I will be picking up a couple of bits from the freezer aisle as well in a moment, but things that you know that you've got in stock to put a meal together if you need to, if you're in a rush and you haven't had time to go and pick up anything fresh. So chickpeas are brilliant for that, things like chopped tomatoes, other mixed beans, rice. Make sure that you've got things like frozen fish, frozen veggies. They're also great to have in the cupboards, in the freezer, just in case. There's absolutely nothing wrong with frozen fruit and frozen vegetables. It's a time saver. It's good that it's always in your freezer. It's also a lot cheaper to buy. I always have some frozen berries in the freezer. I always have things like frozen peas, mixed veg and stuff, just in case. I do normally try and get fresh veg, but it's always good to have frozen stuff just to chuck in stuff as and when you need. So Morrison's is brilliant. They've got all your individual ones here, but they've also just started doing these smoothie mixes as well. So I think I'm going to pick up this red smoothie one. So that's got blueberries, strawberries, mango and raspberries in, and for 80 grams it's 36 calories. I think I will try that one for a change. If you are in need of a treat, then which I normally have to get something, this is what I've been loving recently, and I featured it in my May favourites. It is the mixed berry frozen yogurt from Morrison's, and 100 grams it's only 172 calories, so this is great. So if you want a sweet treat, if you compare this to like your likes of your Ben & Jerry's and stuff, this is much better for you. Another top tip is to learn how to read food labels on items and actually look at what you're buying. So here I've got 2 strawberry yogurts. We've got the Sker one and the Year Valley, but just from looking at the back I can see that this one has no grams of fat, this one has 4, this one has 8 grams of carbs, this one 13, and this one has 9 grams of protein, whereas this one only has 4. So if you're looking for a better alternative, learn how to read food labels. Always have a look on the back, see what is in actual products, like compare, have a look, like spend a little bit of time. So if I was choosing one of these, I would go for this one, from the fact that, yeah, it's got more protein in it, so that's probably the better choice for the majority of people. And how to read food labels. So I've just got, again, 2 packets of rice here, both roasted vegetable rice, but the difference in per 100 grams on both of them, this one's got 20 grams of carbs in it and this one's got 30. So in theory that is only like 50 calories, but those extra 50 calories will add up throughout the week. Like if you think you do that on 3 meals a day, that's 150 calories. Over the course of the week, you're going to be eating nearly 1,000 calories extra than you maybe need to, whereas these probably taste the same, but yeah, you're just going to save yourself on these. You also want to look out for these green labels at the bottom, so you want to try and get these green, all green if you can. When it comes to condiments, they're a really easy way of adding loads and loads of calories to your meals without even realising. So 2 of my favourites are the Frank's hot sauce. So I have this in all the flavours. This is great to add to, yeah, vegetables, salads, everything, and yeah, there's like barely any calories in it, if at all. And also I love this yellow spicy mustard, and I have that pretty much every day with, yeah, again, salads, most meals, that goes with it. But yeah, they're 2 low calorie condiments that are really great. When it comes to ketchup, I always aim to get the low sugar and salt one if that's what I'm going for. Just save yourself a little bit. Successful trip means that I bought everything that was on my list and I only got stopped twice to ask what I was doing with the camera in the supermarket. I have just got back from Morrison's, so let's just recap over those tips once again for you. So number 1, don't go to the supermarket shopping when you are hungry. You will just buy unnecessary stuff that you do not need. Remember, if you don't buy it, then it's not in your house, you can't eat it. So food environment is so important. Number 2, always try and like plan your meals ahead. So plan what you're going to be having for the week, write a list and stick to your list. So don't go into the supermarket not knowing what you need to get. Go in knowing what you need, stick to the list, tick things off as you go around and try and leave without purchasing anything extra. Number 3, try and stick to the perimeter of the supermarket, as that is where the majority of like the fresh produce, like your fruit, your vegetables, your meat, etc. is. If you do need to go, you will need to go into the middle of the supermarket at some point. Like that's, I'm not saying you can't actually go into the middle aisles, like you will need to go in, but just remember that the majority of the stuff that you do want will be on the perimeter. Number 4, there is nothing wrong with frozen fruit and frozen vegetables, frozen meat. So it's great if you're on a bit of a budget as well, and it means that you've always got something in the freezer if you need to grab something, and there's no excuse for not having fresh vegetables in. I love, like, yeah, I always have frozen berries in, I always have some form of frozen vegetables, and like I mentioned before, all my meat gets frozen anyway and it just gets taken out as and on the day, as and when I need it. Make sure you're stocked up on also on like stubborn, is that even a word? Store cupboard essentials. Maybe I've just like made a new word up there. Store cupboard essentials. Things like chickpeas, beans, chopped tomatoes. They're all just basically canned goods. So they're all really good just to have, just as a quick go-to. So you're not going to ring for a takeaway. You're not going to go and grab a like ready meal on your way home. Number, I don't even know what number I'm on, 5 maybe, 5. Read your nutrition label. So get good at understanding what it means on the back of a packet. Okay, so you saw me comparing like 2 strawberry yogurts as well as 2 packets of rice, and the difference in them may not seem very much, like 50 to 100 calories, but if you're doing that on every single meal, like I mentioned, it's going to add up over the course of the week, over the course of like a few weeks, over the course of the month, and you're going to be eating unnecessary calories that are going to be, yeah, adding to your waistline, which you maybe do not want. Okay, so just get better at reading the backs of food labels. Just take a couple of minutes extra just to compare a couple of your favourite ingredients and just try and make the better choice. That's all I'm saying. I think that is it. I think they're my like 5 top tips that I went through. There are loads and loads of other ones, but those are my 5 ones that I try and stick to. So 1, don't go hungry. 2, have a list. 3, stick to the perimeters. 4, make sure you stock up on like store cupboard essentials. Again, I can't say it. And number 5, read the food labels and know what is in the food that you're going to be consuming. And yeah, that is all for today. So I hope you found this video useful. If there's anything you want me to like clarify or go over or make a little bit clearer, just let me know. And if you like the video, if you could give it a thumbs up, share it with people that you think might find it useful as well. Leave a comment down below, subscribe, that would be amazing. And yeah, I will see you in the next one. Bye.